Hello, welcome to Scott's Odyssey. Today we're touring the plant at the Mount Union Brickyard. See you in a minute. Welcome back. If you've watched my videos before, I hope you enjoy this walkthrough of the Harbison-Walker Refractory site of Mount Union, Pennsylvania, more commonly referred to as the Brickyard in Bricktown, PA. If you're new to Scott's Odyssey, welcome aboard, and please take a moment to click subscribe and the notification bell for more of this journey through Odyssey stories of who we once were. Costs you nothing but a click and will give you continuous adventures in return. Established partially in 1899 and then more completely in 1905, this site consisted of 14 main buildings and 27 plant structures. It was listed on the National Register of Historic Places in 1990 and became the primary part of the Mount Union Historic District in 1994. Sadly, someone somewhere along the way dropped the ball, and now the only thing left is part of one of the 14 main buildings. Everything else is gone. So let's see what we can find that was left behind. Old storage facility on the Bricktown property. All these little portal windows. Wonder if they were for letting light in or if they actually served a different purpose. Because they're only on one side. Someone's trying to do some repairs on the ceiling. Wouldn't walk up here though. Way too much floor sag. We have pad. Go pad. Alright, so this is all pad with rails. It goes down, opens up. We're on an actual pad that can be moved. So don't fall. That would be bad. Oh, there's my proof. Doesn't go down very far. That's full of water. Holy cow, it does go down far. Let's see. Yeah, that goes down far. Like there's rocks right to here, but it goes down far. But up there, what is you? Oh, look at that. Let's get the flashlight. This is impressive. What you can't see is that goes down pretty darn far. Probably 5 or 10 feet under the water. Come take a look at this, Josh. It really goes down in there. So this is all an underground. But an underground for what? Holy cow. So this would have been a whole nother level. And it came down, caved down. So that already caved in. Wow. Here's the yard. See if we can find some other fun stuff. Now this was a brickyard, so I don't know what was being held in those particular silos. But, oh, I see fun. But at the base of them, we got this big sluice tube. But over on the left, there's stairs. They're a little bit filled in. Gotta do it. So here we go. Loose rock, loose brick, loose branch. Yeah. No ifs, ands, or buts. Oh, those spiders. Alright, so it doesn't go very far.
And just for all your viewing pleasure, let me take this up here for a second to see what he's crawling underneath. Okay.
Alright, so these are the chutes below the silo. They were hand operated. But the weird thing is, it just comes into here. So I guess it just cleaned out the bottom. There's an electrical outlet. There's a light bulb. Yeah, they were hand operated. Clean out the bottom of the silos. Other creepy things in here too. Wonder what his name was. Coming out of the hole, and there's a very strong smell of ozone. Ozone, or maybe the ferrous of coal kicking off. Oh, look at that. So, here, you can see clearly what's in there. Pure silica in Pennsylvania. An old path, old pipe. Down there you can see it opens back up to the big hole in the ground. That's pretty cool. Got your trap set? Now you be careful with how much of your artist you let out, okay? So let's follow. Let's follow the thingies. Hello thingies, the pylons. All right, we got this structure over here. We got pylons. More pylons going up, which means they probably ran a trestle to a dinghy. which would have been tiny, tiny train. There's a lot of spots where the deer were kicking up and scratching. Oh, that goes to a big one there. That's a building. It's got a doorway. That's a whole building. It's an old building. Yeah, there's some of that serious thorn growing over there. All right, I'm gonna walk a little bit further this way to this wall, because the only thing that's better than concrete at a brick plant is stone walls. But this house follows the pylons for a trestle, and right here it turns into a solid train hill. And you see those posts up there? Let's see, do a hand point. Up here we have posts. Those are specific to power lines that ran along railroads. Very specific. A very long stone wall. Follows a path going down. That was railroad tracks up there. There was also building structures up there. We have foundation of a building. And I'm standing on unstable foundation. This is all unstable foundation. If you step over there, watch it, you don't go through. Now that we know that, like, there's a whole story below us here and another story below that there, it becomes a little nerve-wracking. Hey, check out that railroad tie. A big old tie. Proof of the railroad. Right there it is. So now we know it's definitively attached to the railroad. That's where their dinghy was. Time to go get wet, I think. All right, so this looks like it would have been a sorter. Or where you would back stuff up to it and you would bring it off of the dinghy and run it on side spurs coming this way and then dump it into loaders. Uh-oh, there's a dog barking. Got to get that peanut butter ready for the dog. So going all the way to the back, there's an actual stream that goes underneath the entire plant with multiple entrances. Unfortunately, it's the middle of winter and I'm not dressed appropriately to be going into the water. Doesn't mean I won't. I just have to think about it for a minute. This here looks like where the kilns would have been. So over there is the processing plant and the yard. where the train would have gone. That mountain behind those silos is 1,000 Steps, where one of the mines were. We know that for a fact. Then we come over here, and some of the material left behind, they look like they're slate. Let's see what they feel like. So man-made slate, polished, and it's a lid. They're lids. Fire bricks, kiln bricks. Looking like fire brick with a discoloration. I'll have to ask a historian. That's probably the composite material that was used to actually make it. That's definitely fire brick. That's a lot of fire brick. Your boots are surprisingly quiet on the concrete. You got rubber soles on instead of the leather ones. Here's the road that took you up here. Not too long ago, there was an entire building here. It collapsed in on itself. So here we have pure silica cast burn pots, probably for small digestion units at chemical plants, for processing plants, medical facilities. We got barrels and barrels and barrels of them. And we got a whole bunch of these little ceramic, oh, get in focus, marshmallows everywhere, which are probably what was put into the actual forges to cast these guys. So coming across, these are giant 20-foot long pieces of foam, and we got a creepy building. Creepy building. Let's go in. Here we go. Open the creepy building. We got creepy people in the creepy building. Break out the flashlight. The power runs. Sprinkler system. That's an interesting valve. How to read the valves. Last time it was checked, March 31st, 1986. And it's a Detex watch clock station. Well, there's no key in it anymore. just a bunch of stink bugs. Alright, so going across the yard, there's these holes with water in it. Let's see if we can't find something. They're trying to block it off for safety reasons, obviously. But big concrete pad, lots of metal in it. Don't exactly understand what it did. These held up a building. And now the fun part. The underground cave. All right, Josh. I'm thinking about doing a quick lower. Right off the rocks. Both feet in. Alrighty, what do we got? I'm just more excited about coming into it. This is epic. So this camera's picking up all the fog. Get the flasher lighter. All it's doing is illuminating the fog. Yours is cleaner than mine. Let's see. Bring her down lower. There we go. Bringing it down lower did it. No secret tunnels. Check the other direction. This is where I need to get the super bright LED lights. You know, like the panels.
1 second.
Yep.
And my other one was dead, so I'm gonna bring it. Now what you need to do is grab the one that I gave you.
That water's cold.
To light that whole thing up.